Hello everyone, and how are you doing? Welcome to class. In this class, we'll be learning more about built-in functions in Excel and how to use it. So this is just to help you when you want to start your data analysis or you just want to understand basic features and how to use more advanced features in Excel. So we start basically with some of the most popular ones. So let's start. We'll start with trim. So what trim does is to be able to see if there are any form of data that is not properly aligned or things like that. Now, so if you look at this screen now, you see the fact that I have intentionally disarranged this one. I shifted this one to the middle. Let me shift this one to this side. So with the sample data that you have, you can just shift some to some side so that everything is not properly aligned. So let's say you get you collect a sample, you can have them scattered or stuff like that. So that's when we talk about the process of you need to arrange your data very well. You need to process it. You need to clean up your data. You can clean it up for duplicate. You can clean it up and trim it. So let's do a trim now. Let me clear this one. So how do you clear? Remember, you just right click and you press clear content to clear it off. Good. So let me write trim here. Trim. Under trim now. So what I would do is very simple. All I just want to do now is to say inside this trim is equal to, remember that's how you start, is equal to, and I'll write trim. So double tap on this trim to remove extra spaces. Double tap on this trim and select the text. How do you select the text? It's either you use highlight to pick it up from the top, then you drag it to select the range, or you just type it there manually, B5 to B14. So I'm pressing enter now. I press enter. So let me drag this a little bit. So you can see this is now arranged, properly arranged. So this is how you do a sample of data that is not properly arranged. So that is about trim. Let's now look at count. So for count, you want to count the number of element in the cell. You want to count it. So you can count this cell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. Okay, I think I intentionally removed the value here so that we can compare what count can do. So let me start with count. Let me write count here. Count. Should we not mix it up like this? Count. So with count now, I'm writing my is equal to. Then I want to count what I have here. So I start from the first one. The first one is, let me type this one now. So is equal to count. Count, double tap on this count. Look at it. It counts the number of cells in a range. Just follow me exactly. So remember the first value here is B5. So I can start from B5 and drag down, or I write it B5 to B14. Anyone. So I need to select my range for it to work. You need to select your range for it to work. So I press enter. So it's counting it as 9. Oh, now sorry, the reason why this is here is because this is actually carrying, it's not a dollar thing. Let me remove the dollar. It's inheriting these values that are here, so it's not supposed to have $1 on it. So it's not supposed to have $1. Let me try it here. Is equal to, I know you will not see dollar on your own. Is equal to count. double tap year to year, then close it. 9, so that's 9. So we have 9. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Remember, it left out this empty space. So if I add the empty space there now, if I had a dollar sign and I had 7,960,987, let me just write that. You can see that it has increased to 10. It has increased to 10 because it is still, you see, it has understood that, something has gone wrong here. So that's the thing. It has increased to 10. So the count here is 10. So I believe that is a little bit clear, or very clear for you. Then you can have average. Average is also very, very important. So this one can inherit a dollar sign because you need a dollar sign for it. Average. So in mathematics, if we did a little bit of maths, you know what average is all about. So average is you have the total number. If you have total number of your work element as 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The average of it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divided by 5. So it's like mean of numbers. So you count the total number you have and divide it by that same total number. That is average. So if I'm doing the average of this sale amount, it is $5,000, $5,436 plus 6,197 plus this plus that plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this, all divided by 10. That's how you do an average. So it's not difficult math at all. So Excel can able to just do that easily. And go to word A is equal to AV average. So look at average here. Double tap on average. Then I pick my range. You need to pick your range. I pick my range from year to year. Oh no, I'm not supposed to pick that. So I made a mistake. I picked what I'm supposed to pick. Let me just pick it from year to year. I stop that and close. Anytime you're using a built-in formula, you need to close your bracket. I press enter. Yeah, so the average of this is 6,3330. That's average of this. So when you add all of this manually and divide by 10, you should have this value. That is average. Okay, so other built-in formulas we'll look into now. We'll look at lower, upper, then maximum and minimum. So maximum tells you the maximum value in a row or in a column. So we also use that in math, maximum value. So max. So with max now, I can go is equal to, I'm picking my range. My range is between year and year. Follow me exactly. Please follow me exactly. I press my, oh sorry, I made a mistake. I'm supposed to write, what's my mistake? Who can tell me? Is equal to max, M-A-X. So double tap on max. Then I can now pick my range. So I'm just telling you possible mistakes that you can make. Then I need to close. If I don't close the bracket, what will happen? See what will happen. Press enter. So I've closed the bracket and press enter. So it has 10,467. This is the highest value here. Max 10,467. Whereas minimum now is equal to, then I write the word mean, double tap, I pick my range, and I close the bracket. I press enter. So the lowest value here, minimum, is 2,691. So we have done sum and product the last time, sum and product. So we'll still be doing more along the way. I don't want to start off with something difficult. I want to something that we can easily understand. And as we move along the way, we'll be doing more. So let's just do upper and lower now. So upper is to convert text strings into capital letter. Very simple. It's just like caps lock, uppercase. So we have is equal to upper. So double tap on this. Then pick your text. So if I pick my text as this, and I close this, and press enter, you can see that it just turned them to upper values easily. So this is the trimmed value, this is the upper value, this is untrimmed lower text. So if I want to do lower, I can't use it on lower again now. I have to use it on the upper. So I'll say is equal to lower, double tap on it, just drag this, close your bracket, L5, okay, let me write it normally, colon, that will be L14, I guess. L14, okay, correct. So do this. So we can see how it works now. It's basically built-in functions we have in Excel. And I've talked about relative referencing and a little bit about absolute referencing. So let me use this opportunity to now talk more on absolute referencing before we finish the class. Let me rename a new sheet and call it absolute referencing. Absolute referencing. I'm going to use the same value I have in my relative. I just copy and I paste it here, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. I believe you should be familiar with that now if you are really following what I'm doing. This is here, this is here, this is here. This is here, this is here. Okay, good. So let me change this to absolute referencing. Absolute referencing. Good. Relative referencing helps you very easily. You can easily do the calculation of one, then you drag across. It's going to be following the same order to do it. But in terms of absolute referencing, you can relate it to only one value and it will be doing it all across. So relative referencing, let's look at it here just to remind you. If I do the total value for this one, I can drag it and it will give you the same, same order. But in absolute referencing, you can just do it differently. So if I put the 10% here, that's instead of writing tax like this, let's say this tax column is deleted. I delete this tax column. So right click and click on delete, then press entire column. I delete this entire column. So because it's asking that the reference, see what happened, it was calculating it according to that reference we had before, but since you have removed the reference, it's finding it difficult to continue. So what we have to do now is clear this content. I just clear the content straight away. Then I have my 0.10 as the tax. So this is the tax value here. All right. So how do we do absolute referencing? I want to multiply each of this sale amount by this tax value to get a total value. If I do it by doing it by relative referencing, it will not give me the right answer. Let me take an example. I say is equal to D7, that's the sale amount, multiply shift and 8, multiply by this tax value F6, and I press enter. That's giving me the tax value for the first one. If I try to do like relative and I drag across, see what will happen. It's telling me new. And why is it so? It's because if I tap on this, it's multiplying this by this. If I tap on this, it's multiplying this by this. So it's trying to follow a particular order. And what it's trying to follow, there's no value inside. See, there's no value inside here. So that is why absolute referencing is different. So, but I want to multiply everything by this same value. So what I would do is, I would say, okay. All right, good. So what we're supposed to do is this. We'll multiply. Let me clear this content. So to do it absolute referencing, just I'm multiplying it by F6 multiplied by $F$6. Note that. So we are multiplying this value by $F$6. Just adding the dollar there makes it absolute. So if I drag this one down now, you see, it's going to take that same value. So look at it. Let me take this. See that FD9 times F$6. Can you see that? Look at this one too. D50 multiplied by $F$6. Can you see that it's just multiplying it by that same value? So that's how it works. You can put a particular value at a particular position, then it multiplies it that same value. So even though I try to put values at sides like 2960 here, 6197 $8054. Okay, so if I do it like this now, this is an example, 9182. If I do it like this now and I'm using absolute referencing, it will still work. So let's do it. I'll say, to get the answer, I'll say is equal to, this is what, C19 is equal to C19, multiply shift and 8, multiply by dollar. Instead of writing F6, I'll write $F$6. So once I do that, it's going to give me my values in absolute reference. So if I take this one now and drag it to the side, see what happens. Absolute reference, D19 by $F$6, absolute reference, is E19 by $F$6, absolute reference, F19 by $F$6. So you can see absolute reference. So I believe this has been able to explain absolute and relative referencing. As you move along, you begin to understand more concepts of Excel. Thank you so much for joining me in this class, and have a very wonderful day.